Go ahead. Live. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Abdul Fonti, sitting in for Dr. Abuman Kota. Today, we can't talk about the HTC of which them we want to go do Namakeni for talk to the former president, Dr. KOROMA. But we all see what be happen on social media where the McKinney people them, the Soko them, where they call Porop and Creole. And the woman there and they urge them, they all go for block the entrance to KOROMA in Oz. So this will be the central focus of the discussion today for me to see, discuss them with we commentator them. Is this the right thing, not the good thing for do, or not wrong thing for do? The McKinney people feel saying that the best way is for protect President KOROMA, and on one hand, also, on the other hand, Mr. KOROMA, President KOROMA, he thinks saying that the way this forward as to rather than for sit down with the ACC and answer the question them and just tell the McKinney people them for stay put, support them, for support them, if that's what they want to do. So this now the program today we can talk about. Because at the end of the day, every country get forget their laws, and we laws in our country, now a society where all man for follow the laws of the land. So, but what happened at McKinney, now we can talk about, as I mentioned earlier on. So we go invite you now for listen, and anybody we get question, I guess you free for send your comment as to what you go here in the program. Well, let me just give you.
Hold on, Mr. Kabo, they are beautiful. Okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah. So, like we had the say just now before my brother called back for joining with Mr. Kabo. Is what happened at McKinney really not the right thing for do or not? We not hear any statement from the former president or the spokesperson of the president or even the party. But we see what happened on social media. Before we all belong to political parties, we all get
Hold on. Mr. Abu.
Yes.
Mr. Kabo, it seems like you are, I don't know whether you're listening and at the same time you want for what them call. So you can mute your phone, just click the mute button on your phone, you're able to mute up. Okay, no wonder I mute you. Why would them call? What them call? Go ahead. I don't mute up.
Okay. So what happened at McKinney, we all see, as I've been said before, irrespective you're not APC or you're not an APC sympathizer, but really what happened, the law will put to party close behind we, law will look at the interests of the nation first. My brothers then at McKinney and my sister them and McKinney will come out. But I think say waiting exhibit where the Soko them and the Oje them are not belongs to either group, me not to Poroman, me not to Ojeman. So I not go talk in details of the society, but just waiting the naked eye see where them put on social media. I think saying where the former president for condemn, and also maybe in future if and when the time come again with anti-corruption one for talk to them, make he go able to talk to brothers and sisters. Then I'm McKinney say, when I not do this, let them come, then get questions them. Me as a citizen, as a former president, no mean say are they above the law. Make them come, I go answer them questions then truthfully. And I believe genuinely say even if he asks for a lawyer then for president, I believe say that condition that they can be put in place. Because just like where the commission been they go on, most of the people that with them in the investigate, they're not even been they go on the commission. They mean they send their lawyers them for go represent them. So in a similar manner, I think say the former president, Dr. KOROMA, he can ask for say, I want to let me lawyer them present. If they ask him a question with lawyers, they can say a very prejudicial, meaning they will use them against them tomorrow. I believe say in lawyer, they can say, no, you're not going to answer this question. Wait till you charge them to court, he answer them. But if now on a general questions, no more than go ask them as to what happened, as to areas the way they want to go into inquiry. I believe say if we allow them for make the ASCAM as rather than the so-called Nayoni, Namakeni, the porous people them and the Oje, and we other sister woman the way they do Bondo, if not so then call them, they all come in for put like a blockade, way being prevent the meeting of anti-corruption and the former president, because we all see even the police Matoka the way they send, where they're all being get for commodity and the people them in the chair as to find the dongo, Igladi will not agree and all that. This is just my own opinion. I'm a Sierra Leonean, I'm a Northerner. If I may add, I'm an APC too, but regardless of that, I believe say on that one issue and that issue alone, I believe say the former president in future, because I know it has not come to an end yet. This will come back, whether in McKinney or in Freetown. I think say if we talk to brothers and sisters, then say no, we not allow them people here for make them do their work. And how are they going to do their work? By asking the president the question the way they want for ask him. Asking him question don't mean to say they are going to arrest him or whatever. That is not how the process goes. They have to have clear and convincing evidence where I believe say they have to put to a judge get for sign off that order for say, okay, when I arrest them and charge them to court, if that is what is going to lead to, but not just by assuming that questions that are going to be asked to the president, it will be a problem. And therefore, we, the citizens, we, the supporters of APC, we have to take to the street to prevent that from happening. This is a mistake. I hope I am correct, that it is really a mistake, and that after a while, if the chance come back for the president to be invited for questioning what happened yesterday or day before yesterday, na McKinney, sorry, it not go repeat itself. So now that's number one say, and I go and give the other commentator that we don't can now. If anybody wants to say anything about it, this is just going to be a general a discussion today. Anybody, you can discuss what you feel about this. This is not the most liberal radio station. Now the diaspora, we have different people from all walks of life from Sierra Leone, APC, SLPP, PMDC, Independence, and whatever I call them. So you're free for say whatever you want to say, as long as it comes to Sierra Leone. So I will stop now for right now, and then go let the other commentator then come in.
All right. Let me come in as somebody we anyway, if you're not listening the way they talk, I get some problem anymore to another make the Honorable Abdul Fonte take over today, or make it be the host. Mr. Fonte, put your phone steady. Yeah, okay, that's good. No, up. Okay, that's good. So, one of the problems where I get in this particular episode will happen on the 8th, Thursday. Namakeni, just like what you talk, I totally agree with you. You know, one of the biggest problems is people will then so emotional, then they forget looking at the implication of their action. And okay, doctor, they call I don't tell doctor for make you not call me things they not even look at in text. So the biggest problem I see into that is we as Sierra Leoneans, and we so focus on emotions. When something happen, we are very much emotional, and sometimes we emotions them, and then they drive we actions them. And as a person, we all know say the white paper or the commission of inquiry was not a perfect execution at all. And if you look at that, a lot of people that then get emotions, but at the end of the day, the law is the law. And I can get a little bit of problem with former president when Dr. Anes by KOROMA. Anes KOROMA na empower the ACC. If you listen to Anes KOROMA during the time when he been in a power, Anes KOROMA talks say he empower the ACC, and even if na in family member they're accused of any wrongdoing, it give the ACC the power for making it go after that family member there until they find out the truth, right? This now somebody where he gets a legacy. If you see the ACC get this power today, now because of Honest by KOROMA. And
Correct.
the problem what I get with that is why it empower the ACC, then the ACC call them for interview, and supporters go blockade the place outside Ide, and do the best for make it tell the supporters and say this not the law. I not agree with the invitation, but at the end of the day, as a former president, I suppose for go because now me supposed for uphold the law because I don't uphold the law, I don't defend the law, I don't enforce the law for over 10 years when I've been there as president. So if the law say it want for see me, irrespective of what's my own personal opinion about this particular invitation, I have to go there. And I was so happy when the invitation came in and I say, okay, I don't want for go. I want for Leona candidates me the host. Now the right thing that one day because you know what? No matter what somebody talk about Anescoma, he was the president of Sierra Leone, right? Anescoma was the person where do a lot of good. If that is the case, we'll get for Aquadam to respect we in it. Now that make way the ACC agree for go na host, for go interview. I say that's the right way. But I think that's a big mistake. And I just want for make an man forget about the emotions of the people. We support them. We're all emotional. But make it go. And if the ACC no can yourself because of the way they call the supporters the way them couldn't, and if Goma for go meet the ACC and say, here I am, I'm ready to answer any question we will not get because I believe say I am innocent. And at the end of the day, the law is paramount more than anybody else. This is a big mistake, Mr. Abdul. So now that one no more get.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mankota. You are quite right that Mr. KOROMA naingit it to the ACC, and it is on record. Like I you say no more, no need for go over it again. That he give them power for make them follow whosoever the evidence lead them. So if things like this happen, I mean, it is really sad, and it's we hope it's just a mistake, and that we all are human beings, we make mistakes. So in the event,
Welcome, doctor.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the letter is served to him. Again, he go all out for, I mean, answer the call. And I would suggest to avoid this. Let's just meet them at the McKinney office. Police will be there. Security forces will be there. Now, former president and still go get in presidential. In security details. And I don't think say the so-called need for candidates. So you are quite right that Naim Bingi the power to the ACC. But if when the tables are turned now and he's been asked to come and answer one or two questions, and such a display they happen and it's open as social media now, then what message does that send? I mean, we hope that and we're glad at least that whosoever the instructions come out, I know it must have come from the higher ups from State House. I'm sorry if I'm making a mistake for say, tell the police officers, then let them back down. ACC, when I pack, when I back them, when I return, I'm free to go back now in our office, now McKinney, and we'll find another time to do this because it could have been attention. And Mr. KOROMA knows, some of us APC know that you cannot fight a government, and the courtesy, like how you talk and way they extend to them, yeah, it can happen. Yeah, like how you say, now former president, they don't go treat them like me and you, yeah, irrespective of, oh, nobody's above the law. That's just on paper, But in theory, yes, way there for circumvent, as long as you know, Benin, we saw you and I did right now, Mr. Mankota, we are witnessing it right now. It's happening here in America. So they can just ignore them. But in future, when they invite Mr. KOROMA again, Dr. KOROMA, I should say, I hope and pray that he go heed to the call He go tell me brother and sister that I'm McKinney for stand down and make sure say go to McKinney office. He go answer the questions them, and then from there, if they need subsequent meeting, that can be arranged. So I agree with you. Would that first come Dr. Kamara and Mr. Kagbo? Now Mr. Kagbo now him come first. So Mr. Kagbo. Mr. Kagbo?
Yes,
Mr.
please.
Kagbo, can you hear me? Mr. Kagbo?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Yes, I hear you. You hear me? Yes, I hear you. Hello?
Mr. Kagbo?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So if you hear me, I don't know if not the big.
No, Mr. Kagbo, we hear you, Mr. Kagbo.
Yeah, Marcos, are you hearing me, right?
Yeah, they hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
We hear you, Mr. Kagbo.
Hello? Yeah, okay, Mr. Kagbo, the question is
right.
Now about what happened 2 days ago now, McKinney, a place where you know very well.
Oh, Mr. Kagbo don't. Oh, no, not so Mr. Kagbo, Mr. Abdul. Mr. Abdul, you need to come back. All right, Mr. Kagbo, you hear me, right?
Yes, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, they hear you clearly. So go ahead. You know on the topic.
No, but what is the question?
Mr. Kagbo.
I came when the yes, Mr. Abdul, yes?
Okay, the question what I get for you is what thing are you on take about the display where happened at McKinney when ACC go na McKinney for go talk to the former president about the questions that we didn't get. I believe say modalities were already worked out that a courtesy will be extended to the former president wherein the ACC they can host instead of the other way around wherein me and you go to the office but in and they can meet them. And then we see a display of the Soko banner them and the Oje them and some even Bundo, if I'm correct, for line up now the road leading to KOROMA in host. So that make the ACC and even the police that we go for present not able to take place. ACC need for turn back and then the police and turn back. What do you think about something like that? You think say now a good way that one day or now something way you just believe say na mistake or you get your own take on that? What do you think about what happened at McKinney and which you only don't follow up on social media?
Well, for the mere fact that it happens, it's an unfortunate situation in one way, and it's fortunate side because it's two parties: the government of today and the outgoing government, the former president. So two opponents: the government of the day and my president. So one is an advantageous, the other one is disadvantageous, very disadvantageous. For the mere fact that the situation that took place came up with theories that are now clear to everybody, and or happenings that have been taking place. Those people who have doubt on what was going on, I think from this point in time, they should have a clue as to who is the problem or who is not the problem. Now, I heard you saying that the people came in and the former president KOROMA should have stopped them. But I will tell you, stop them because he knew what was it, and it was his own like something he don't know. If I don't know something and something is happening at my outside of my door and I'm inside and I'm out of it, I'll open the door and ask what is going on. If I like it, I'll condone it. If I don't, I'll tell them to disperse. But he knew what he did. That was the whole plan. So there's no way he will come and tell the people. Even people go up and down saying, oh, he should have come. And don't go with that. If somebody will come and tell people to leave when he don't invite them in his house. But in this case, he invited them. How do you want them to leave? He's not going to go and tell them to leave. So that's, I want to make everybody to get it. You have your household. You have an invite outside your door. You will open the door and tell the person, call the cops, get this person out here. But if you sit there and condone that, and you make the you play the to be innocent, except the fools who are following you that look at it that you actually announce they are innocent. So that's clear. Now, this shows a lot of revelations. Revelations in the sense that we've seen as we broadcasted, and I know other areas of people of intellectual have categorized these things into different categories, especially when it becomes to a real Sierra Leonean or a person who belongs to a nation, where you have the citizen, you have the tribalist, and you have the idiot. So last broadcast, maybe 2 months ago, I mentioned, I hope this category of people are not the idiots. But it seems that it has revealed that they are the idiots. And who are the idiots? They don't know no rule of law. What they want to happen is what they want. When they say this is what I want, is what they want. And by the law, against the law, all they know is war. And they were ready to trigger the war. And these are the idiots I was talking about. And that has revealed that. It also revealed the fact that the idiots have Sierra Leone during the past months of the shooting of the 6 or more people, as they claim. It's revealed the fact that this former president, people of McKinney, are aware, the authorities, they know what's happening. So this is a clear picture, a clear manifesto, that manifestation that it doesn't happen in isolation. These people are aware, and they perpetrated this mayhem. So all these are buttresses, these are evidences, and that are showing exactly what this former president is about. Now, on the ACC side, bravo, and to the government.
Mr. Kabo, let me ask you a follow-up. Mr. Kabo, let me ask you. So, if you were to advise Mr. Ben Kefala, we all know what happened at McKinney, as you say. So, if now you not Ben Kefala, what if for Bindo, you go still go ahead and conduct the interview? Do you have other alternative way of doing that interview on that very day?
No, I think he has the best and more than the best he could do. One, remember, there was an initial date for the interview that was sent to the president, the former president, and he negotiated through his lawyers, and it was accepted by the commission. And they gave a date that was convenient, which he agreed on. And they called him to come to Freetown. He said no, he cannot come to Freetown. He will come to let him come to the SEC office in McKinney. That was accepted by the commission and the government. And they came to McKinney in the SEC office. They noticed him that they are here. Let him come. He said he wished they could have come to his house, which is bluntly saying that I am not going there. You have to come to the house. The SEC did a coup also to get into their vehicles. With the security they have, they couldn't penetrate his compound. There were blockades. Unfortunately, Yaya Tunis, before I forget, let me say this. Mr. Mankot, I asked the last time if Yaya Tunis is a relative of the Tunis in America. He's not a Tunis, fortune. So he lied on you. And just like he lied on the interview that there were no blockades. Because except the straight people like him will deny that, because the fact remains that everybody saw them on videos, and we had all the discussion and everything that went on. And the SEC couldn't penetrate to his house, even though when they gave him all the options, they bought their vehicle, they couldn't penetrate. Now, what did and as KOROMA instructed his lawyers? His lawyers, hold on, to go and meet him on the way, for them to get off the government vehicles and board to their own private vehicles. And I say, I think the smartest person on earth say, no, we will not penetrate our vehicles, so get into the vehicles for you to take us. And that is what the government has done, and that is the best. They think they are of an advantage because the ACC couldn't penetrate them. And what they think is their success.
All right.
Is in fact the downfall of them. When it is the success of the government.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Okay, I'll go to Dr. Kamara now. Doctor, you are born and bred from a place where which happened at McKinney. You not a stranger to that. I mean, from Lonsar, they have a porous society there too, as you know, and some of the listeners are where they as they know, where Sabide. What do you think about what happened at McKinney? And if you get a chance for talk to your former schoolmate, Anes KOROMA, what you go tell him?
Good evening or good afternoon, fellow comrades and commentators and listeners. When I will give me small time, I want to digress a little bit on the issue because a lot of hypotheses, suggestions will come in. But first of all, let me draw your attention. Anes KOROMA went to boys' school. I went to the St. Francis, so I know McKinney very well. And for the past 6 months, what may not happen na McKinney, na Lonsar, na Tombo, na Pandemba Road prisons, 91, you know, etc. Cast a lot of trauma and mistrust to the people away dwell in other areas there. And the social media, of course, things that they go in and out. They reveal, say, there's mistrust between the present government and the past government, like there is a witch hunt going on. So with all this, you get for a think in the remix for, say, something is going on. And also, let me bring up also, this is not the first time that they interview the former president, Anes KOROMA, 9 hosts. The vice president, sitting president, and others, they may not go, then go interview him quietly with no noise or anything of the sort. But then, this happened before all the entire way don't happen.
Doctor,
but when...
Doctor, what do you mean when you say the former vice president go interview him? I don't think so. Well, I think not them in get.
Now meeting, right?
Yeah, not to interview.
Okay, now meeting. Well, whatever. An interview is a meeting also.
True, but an interview, you see, one for go get information from the person.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. This thing where don't happen after the commission of inquiry where don't come. And just close to the expiry date of the legitimacy of this COI for say if they not put the white paper there, it becomes null and void. Then things then begin come up, you know, suspicion then begin come up. Okay, the power go out, the present president, His Excellency Dr. Madabio, he come, then pull the white paper. Skirmishes, then they go on at the media for say, well, there is still something way lacking in this present white paper that they not pull on all, you know. So the suspicions then begin go on and go on and go on. And threats also for say, well, then go seize into property them. I mean, the social media hype up and the people there, na McKinney also got involved in this. That if you are talking of corruption and anti-corruption, you got to stand on the moral ground of being not corrupted. That now one. And if the chief minister can go scotch-free with accusations where they get and also then point out for say, the Eastern people, the KOROMA people, the chiefs, they all come put out a word. I mean, these are all hypotheses. We don't know the authenticity of it. For say, them picking them, they're not going to take them. Things that they happen, even the present coffee order and the other things, the East, they know they obey them. But people are victimized in Freetown and all these places. So, you know, there is actually a schism there, a dichotomy deep for say, oh, this is a regional or a tribal or something. So people become suspicious. So now make a say, give me time. Based on all the factors here, it brew on people their minds for say, you know what? They don't call people like a palo, then go, where they go, the next day where they go now, they arrest them, then put them in a prison, put them in a court from there to there. So they no agree for make molestation, cancel their own picking them where they're not enough. So you go for look on these sites, what in the media they play and other things them and what in don't come on. And you know, the threats the way they go for say, they want for dent. And other people the way they come back from the other side of the opposing party of the present government, then will make sure say they will dent the APC so that they're not going to ever thrive again for the next 98 years. I mean, we are not strangers. We are all privy to these things. So I think all them tear them build up to the fact that, yes, the president, the former president, he said, okay, when I come na McKinney. And when they come na McKinney, everybody go make your own contingent price for say, these people are not going to take us by surprise anymore. But we are not going to fight. We are going to make placards, but we are going to beef up for show support and amass, you know, culture or something for say, if they don't want in at the East, they fight for the Peking there. We say, we'll go fight for Peking there. I think that was the element of obstruction. And even there were things that for say, they even tried for, you know, smuggle the people who can do the interview to make them go for just bypass the crowd. But again, in the midst of it, if you are going to make an interview, why do you need a riot police for CAM? So the suspicion of the people grew harder for say, you know what? This is not an interview. This is a gimmick. They want for CAM less to pick in, and we won't tolerate it. So I'm just praying that peace reign. I read somebody they talk say, you don't challenge of government. Nobody know they for challenge the government. The government of His Excellency President Dr. Madabio, would I go challenge him? He has everything. He has the civil service. He has the police. He has the army. I've said this over and again. He has the Kamajors. He has the ammunition. Would I go challenge him?
Okay,
it's like, I mean,
Doctor, based on what you say, Dr. Kamara, hold on. Based on what you say, then how can this interview be conducted in future? How? If you say...
Of course. I mean, an interview... Look, an interview is an interview.
I know.
Let me... I'm not done it. I'm not be done it. I was going to that. Okay. I was going to that.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
All right. Other cases, I mean, on day of suspicion of other, you know, corruption, rest bag, 1.5 million, this, that. And why they rush with this tier? You guys, the lawyers, then they. All right. The man not they run away. The man are the one president who I don't see. You don't go, you don't come. You don't go, you don't come. Pass now this COVID and other things. You don't go pan conference. You know they run away. All right. So, I mean, it's very simple. You know, reach for say, power pass a camp. He has lawyers. But if you're not saying that the lawyers are going to come quietly, we're not do the things, even without making it a hype on the social media. And he has 90 days to appeal. You have the appellant courts. They're there. Why the rush also? All this, they cast something. I mean, I think they can do it quietly, and this mistrust, not before build up. But the social media don't come up with all this. I mean, coming from abroad, the diaspora, the internal, and you go see, say, actually, some in no balance. So there's suspicion on both sides. And for say, oh yeah, we can't make this, we seize this property, we get to this, to that, and we're going to dent you for say, you know, we'll come now the politics of Sierra Leone for the next. It's very threatening. You know, we have a saying in Tpn for say, you know, they go hunt in a bush. You say, oh, okay, they can't hunt you. If they be fair, you go run away, you go hide.
Okay, so Dr. Kamara, that brings me again to the same question. What about in future, going back to the opening statement where Dr. Mankota say, Mr. KOROMA, Dr. KOROMA, na ingi teeth to the anti-corruption. Number one. Number two, na in lay some of the benchmark follow today. And in being a former president and a man of that stature, why not go search the example? Why not go say, you know what, ACC, I'm ready to come talk to you guys. I'll be in Freetown next 2 weeks for some other reasons. I'll come out in our office quietly, talk to now, then I'm done. You don't think say you can do that?
Yeah, it's possible. Nameka say, let them do things quietly, diplomatically, without any announcement and other things. And, peace go reign. This is it. And even the commissioner, Dr. Kelfala, Ben Kelfala, I don't talk. I say, well, these are just questions. I've been talking. I mean, mean for say another person in the way come now, you say not for say that they can't arrest and that they can't do this and they can't do this. But that mistrust which was created, don't make, the political line become toxic and become very suspicious, and mistrust don't build up. They have to look at all these things and let it don't be like a witch hunt, like how people then they suspect. And also let it be fair. Another thing in our Tpn parlance, you say, if you cannot accept and, defending the man from the east, and we always have this divide, the east and the north or the northwest, we'll not allow them hype here, they go on, and we don't see things them, we don't go nothing, they know they talk from the present government. So people got to be scared and afraid.
Mr. Abdul, can I come in a little bit?
Yeah, okay. Mankota, you can come in.
Okay, so here is the problem, Dr. Kamara. Here is the problem. When the letter was sent to the former president, would I put the letter outside?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's where the problem starts, because the same letter. Yeah. Now the Aneskoma in people then them put them outside, say they don't invite the president for make go the interview, because then use them for make them get as a deterrent. You understand? And later now the ACC come out confirm when the media then send the media then ask the ACC then come out and confirm for say yes. A lot of that my own problem. The problem here is the former president get a legacy, and that legacy then is something where they want for destroy. Former president, no matter what him from what he's saying, na bad person, na this, he don't do so many goods then way everybody is supposed to forget that respects them. And this not the person where they talk about the respect for law and order. You understand? We all not agree with the white paper. We not agree with that. Some of we don't discuss, and I am not also because of certain things. Them, yes, the white paper must get some good intent, but the execution was not good. So we highlight that. But you, as a former president of the country, we don't swear an oath for uphold the rule of law. Say they uphold your rules. You say the rule of law when at the counting, and you not the person now and the way empower the ACC for make them get the latitude for make them investigate any allegation where they feel fit. You understand? For you, for allow the supporters for go block you oaths, that was a big mistake for the former president. So nami bra, nami pa. But we'll get for talk something here. This is imagine a man being go with the ACC, then fire take place there. You know what they make him? By the innocent people, because him in the inside house. Now the innocent people. Now that my problem that one day for we know would they use the innocent people for expose them to danger. This is very, very simple. You are invited for cautioning. You understand? You are invited for cautioning. So therefore, yeah, go ahead.
So Mankota, if I can stop you, what are your advice based on what Dr. Kamara say? Where perhaps if you look at him in the lens, say suspicion already been on there about the 6 or more people killed in McKinney. So perhaps then people have feel say like what Dr. Kamara been trying for bring, even though a little bit different. And I know say my brother just bring him, but it really different small with the Palo issue. that perhaps that's why the Makeni people decided
I want to answer Makota.
And say,
no, hold on. Let ask me the question for
so what do you think, Dr. Makota, that the president, Dr. KOROMA, and the advisors are around for do? Because Mill sitting here, Dr. Kamara don't bring the issue of Makeni, where the situation is very fluid right now. So don't you think this interview, regardless of the courtesy where they want to extend to Dr. KOROMA, why they not go find a neutral ground for conduct this interview? Makeni is already polluted by waiting be not happen there. So don't you think
hold on, let finish, doctor, hold on.
So what do you think, doctor?
Okay, first of all, let me just because comments they come now from Kanta Kana Nana, he say wrong. Yes. He say na Umar Fofana na pull out the thing. No, Umar Fofana get this thing. After
I not lost my thoughts. I don't want to lose my thoughts. I mean, question they come, it don't begin digress.
No, they just the person. So Umar Fofana come out later, but if I can answer the host, the thing where I want is the former presidents know saying in politics emotions they take place, and you as a leader, sometimes you can look at their emotions and but you have to be very careful saying your credibility there on the line. Everything, some of we get sympathy for the former president, we know saying then they try for humiliate them. But how it go able to stop that humiliation then? The more they give chance for let them people that need then get then define them, because right now the definition is where when I see the former presidents no agree for talk to the ACC at all. And during Ion time, people they wait them in the indict, then they go talk to the ACC. So I just want for maybe former presidents go the interview, and that's
okay. You see, if you allow me, because the thing go extend now, make I not lost my line of thought. Mr. Makota.
Okay, go ahead, and then we'll go bring in Mr. Kagbo, because it's been quiet for quite some time. I need for bringing Mr. Kagbo. Go ahead, Dr. Kamara.
Dr. Makota, sorry, now you not give me the sharbat, you not give me the sweet for celebrate your graduation. I make so. Dr. Dr. Makota, we all know politician. You know that. I was at the forefront like you, like Kapskanu and others, late chairman with the right. But after the elections, I mean, everything went smoothly. The late President Pakaba even gets a good rapport with the former president. But there's no good rapport between the former president and this other president. I didn't go see her, I didn't go advise. There is suspicion there. I will therefore be very factual. For left this hypocrisy. Dialogue naughty. It has to be, there must be dialogue for the peaceful something of this country. Such things that they go happen, if they want then the two then agree, I mean, then they go. But I mean, there is a social cost, mistrust, and the other things them. Now, to me, if you ask me, there is a way. If this mistrust there, we have our international partners then. We broker the peace from the rebel war to now. Let them come in and arbitrate. So that then people let it go drop their ego and then go meet so that the mistrust not there. That's the one other solution where the case they go through they did it.
Okay.
The president did not invite all the embassies them now Freetown, them all them don't go make meeting. And everywhere you go there, it drive the journalists them. Suspicion keeps rising day after day.
Okay.
We don't want and let me tell you something. The trauma which has caused the people around Losar, Usami Komota, and other people. Post-traumatic stress, it can lead them into suicide. So these people you are seeing there, they are suicidal.
That's true.
It not means now the president tells them for me and go block. They say no. This is the way we want to mourn our lost ones. It's a psychological threat right down there.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kagbo. You heard what the doctor here say about the divide, the deep-seated animosity between this current president and the former president. And when you compare and contrast that to late Pakaba of blessed memory, that's not be there. You na Sierra Leonean, you are from the north. We all know the fact say the country is polarized. Sierra Leone it's a very unfortunate situation. It's being really, it's now fragmented into regional and tribal. And we all know you get what they call the new conservative and the APC.
Mr. Gabo.
Yes, please. We lost Mr. Abdul. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Abdul, Alex, we lost you. Okay, yeah, we hear you, but Alex, we will not see you face again. Maybe you
myself
the button for
myself.
Gabo.
But I see myself.
Now, Mr. Abdul.
All right, let me go into what he was saying.
Mr. Abdul,
you want me to respond to whatever you were saying?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Abdul, they come back later.
Let me see, because the bottom of contention is on what the doctor said, or what he has explained himself or broadcasted this evening or this afternoon, depending on where you are. I think there are certain points I want to look into with regards to Dr. Kamara's broadcast, for the fact that I want the public, or probably any other person, including myself and him, to understand that the ACC is different from the COI, the Commission of Inquiry. Those are two different entities. They don't operate on the same line. The only thing, they all operate under the government at the time. And that one is a set-up system which has gone, and it has given its own deliberations and its own, it's a tantamount to the High Court of Sierra Leone. It has given its own verdict. And so it is not the COI that went to interview him. Why I'm saying that is that you mentioned that they are giving them 90 days. Why is the rush? As if it is the ACC that gave them 90 days. That's why it is the COI that gave them 90 days. It's not the ACC. The ACC is a different entity built up by the government through an KOROMA at the time to look into the other issues. The COI came in to look into categorically issues that were prescribed to them, major issues. And the days left out, the ACC is taking over them. And that's what it is. So it's not the ACC that gave them the 90 days. It's the COI.
Can I answer you?
Secondly, the idea of saying that, go ahead. Well, I'm still on the line, and I think you can give that chance to finish what I'm saying. Right. Secondly, to say that there are a lot of open call, so to say, that they will banish people from taking office anymore in Sierra Leone. I don't know whether you listen. I don't know who you listen to and where you get your information. Probably you have another media, and I listen probably the same thing you listen, but I have the ones that are very authentic. You know, we have fake news, we have news that are real. If you listen from the COI report, when the president pronounced that, he made sure that he made it clear that no politician is banned from any way of holding a position in Sierra Leone. No politician is banned. So I don't know where you get that information, because you're saying they're going to do them this, they're going to ban them, they're going to, So I don't think that is a very clear view on your own part.
I will answer you. No worry.
What we know, and the people of Sierra Leone know.
I will tell you what you think.
Right, hold on. And even our commentators, what they know is that the commission, the president, announced the outcome of the COI, and it was clear that no politician is banned from contesting elections. Now, the other issue I want to make clear based on your report is that
tell the viewers say the comments where the viewers then they put them back on the screen, so then go read, then comment, and then go ahead.
Right. Okay. The reason I'm saying, I know there are a lot of comments flying around, but we are listening to both of those comments, and the comments from the horse's mouth, and then that is the government, and not just reading people's information that are going to conspiracy theories and other things. So that's what I'm saying. Now, as him a lot of threats, that's why the people get ready and prepared, because they killed the other people in the past events, maybe 2 months ago in McKinney. That's why the people are ready. I think that's a wrong notion and to say that, because this is just what it is. And when people, you see, if you listen to the media, to Yaya Tunis and the lawyers of Anes Kuruma, and probably Anes Kuruma himself, I've not listened to him yet on that, but the comments that people make, the reports from Yanis and his lawyers, they are saying that they are not aware of what happened, and that it's the people who take up to it. But you are buttressing the fact that once they are trying to deviate from that, you are telling us that they did it by saying that, well, the people know that something happened, and now they don't accept that. That's why they are coming in. So you are saying as the party, which is the APC, they created this commotion and to get out of it. So you are not helping them. They're trying to get out of it as if they don't know, but you have to bring it in as if it is intentionally done. So this is where you are. So I find out that those areas are very confusing and very dramatic to the public. So there you go. So go ahead.
Okay. So go ahead.
Can I come in? Oh, Mr. Kagbo.
Yes, go ahead, Dr. Kamara. Go ahead.
Yeah, the answer. Mr. Kagbo always like for fair to people there.
Yes, go ahead.
I am the last person you are going to fight.
Okay.
And mind you, I don't know how old you are, but I've read more books than you are to start with. And there's nothing where they read where another read. So if you ask me who side they read, you don't know who side they read. Probably I've read all what you have read, and you have not read what I have read. Number 2, we want peace in Sierra Leone. Madabio, for reflect, say if he is a president of Sierra Leone, the Truth and Reconciliation gave him that right for come out and come. We want him to rule the country with peace, with consideration. Where the snake not front you, you say go hold the head. But if now you front, you go run away. From your perceptions and from your talking, I know you want a job from the whatever. Go and find it. But I am talking for the people of Sierra Leone. Okay? I want you to get this from me today directly, because when you talk, it always say you. And I'm saying it to you as a Sierra Leonean. I don't feel good that blood is continuously being shed in that country. There must be a way out to act like civilized people for both parties. And this is what is going to continue. We don't want to be another Rwanda. And it would appear as if some of us who are so-called the educated fools are fanning the fires instead of putting words of peace and understanding and stop this hypocrisy that is going on in the country. I hope you get the message.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Kamara.
I heard you, but I don't get it.
You want to come in?
So,
Yeah. I just respond to the comments, then way people then they put outside.
Right.
But
Udana this can't hear you, right, Makota? Somebody they right now say, why do you need riot? Mr. Kagbo, can you answer this question? Somebody just right now, I say, why do you need riot police to interview? The people of McKinney are very bitter because of the way they have been targeted by the government of President Julius Maada Bio. What you want shed more light to it, Mr. Kagbo? You see why the people are troubling and they feel say they therefore protect Dr. KOROMA?
Who is the question directed to?
You. If you want to comment on them, Nigerian question. I just read them. If you think say the question.
Who are you asking the question? Myself?
Yes, Mr. Kagba. I'm referring this question to you. Why do you
need
police to go conduct an interview?
I never heard of riot police. I don't know if there are riot police in Sierra Leone. I didn't see that where it is significantly written as riot officers. I am not sure, except if you can make approval of that. But I know security is in the country is allotted to every aspect or any scenario in the country. Anywhere officials go, there are security. Securities are there for McKinney. There's a police station. There are military personnel. There are council police, and he himself, he has security in his house. Correct? So securities are everywhere. I don't know if they go there for a riot, but they are everywhere to protect. And besides, their being there didn't show anything because nothing happened. So, and everybody is actually praising what the restraints they had. They should have they had the opportunity. They had the right as by constitution, because there was really a riot. People are troubled. And besides, remember, this was a COVID, and we are under what? A state of emergency. And yet still, the government was playing order. They didn't fire a gun. They didn't shoot a tear gas. They didn't spray pepper, whatever. They didn't touch anybody. They came in, we listened to the audios, the videos we watched. They came in and go. Because they have to provide security. But I didn't find it. But I know there are security all over. Okay? And their presence is needed because see how many thousands, Poro, Oche, Bankbani, Bondo, and the stroke that they call themselves. I have a problem with the words youth in the north because I know who our youth is. And we will come back one day. We will talk about that. It's a very large topic. Let's fool by the word.
Can I come in?
The word youth, the number.
Okay, so let
this is a number. All right.
So okay. All right. Abuman Kota, you can come in.
Okay. So the point where me they try for talk because I did see a lot of comments they come in. You know, when you give the government's excuse, especially a government with a rogue government, you just they do their own bidding. And this is exactly now the refusal for interview. Now in they make the SLPP government get the excuse we they need. Because a lot of times we don't see saying the SLPP government say one of the biggest problems we then get is the APC government and especially annexed by KOROMA no one piece at all. Now the APC government and KOROMA they instigate the problems the way they happen. Now, once again, I know say politics sometimes you get emotions. When emotions then come, everybody sometimes they use emotions for react. But me, they look at things in a more pragmatic way, in a more balanced or feature way. There is nothing where an KOROMA will able to without going to that interview. So you know that because if you don't know that sit where Mother be day. You know the power of the president, you know the power of the government. You very well know that for say yes, indeed. There is no way where it will able to stop that. Yes, you will able to shift them. My concern is the more you shift them, the more things can go out of control. The potential for loss of life now ain't going to happen. Let the president go and take the interview. It goes to the host. Let you see if the HCC get for arrest them or it not get for arrest them. But the more would they say, make you not go there, let them go surround in host, we they defend them.
Yeah. Can I come in, Mr. Dr.
Mr. Mankota, let me ask you a question. But don't you think what Dr. Kamara say, Mr. Man, don't you think what Dr. Kamara say, if you don't begin sow the seeds of mistrust from the get-go, like what some of their writers they say that they already see this government as making McKinney in their crosshairs as target number one. That the people of McKinney, they know Senna because the president come up from there. And don't you think, say, I mean, you write emotions, they're raw, and I make all these bellicose statements coming from both ends. They come. You don't think say the two heads of state then get a responsibility for the 7 million people in that country for make them get the relationship where late Pakaba and Anes KOROMA get? If so, would I think say now if for take the upper hand for say, you know what? Let me be one boy in the room and say, let me take the upper and let the whole world say, I don't try for reach out for the betterment of Sierra Leone. You don't think say that has to be established? And on one
definitely.
people that McKinney the feel say now they're no more than the seize advantage part. Like the people that will die, they don't even agree forgive them body. How many people go down now already go Lonsar or Yoni? You man Kotana, people then for go bury them. Oh, then say no, Abu Man Kota will not care if now the money they pray in America for go bury. We will not allow you to bury your auntie and your cool them. And this deep-seated anger there in you. So you don't think say on the other hand, the people of McKinney also have a reason to be suspicious, like what Dr. Kamara say. And two, don't you think then two leaders they are need for emerge from this impasse where they are, and one of them has to act like the teacher instead of they all be a third grade student? Would I think say for do that?
So, okay. I don't understand. I don't understand the point. Yeah, definitely.
I like also Mr. Mankota to throw light on that question.
Let me finish.
Hold on.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely, Abdul. It is very, very imperative for make the two heads of state then realizing both the Anes KOROMA and the Madabio owe the people of Sierra Leone a lot of responsibility. And whether we feel say at this particular time, India for take the lead, and India for behave like a mature person more, now the person in power when Madabio, because they say to whom what is given, what is expected, right? So if Madabio really want for back peace day, again for do better than what they do so. That's no question about that. I don't talk at this program so many times. But the point why the time for talk about is I'm talking about specifically this interview. The people of McKinney get the right for become suspicious because of the things the way they don't do. But at the end of the day, you understand, when that problem happened, you know whether they die? Now the innocent people them. Not only the one the way we take the decision on the innocent people them. And I know one for make innocent people then they die because of the decision of we politicians them. So for interview somebody, I don't think say it get for cause a loss of life. It's not necessary for that at all. So the two people them, I thank God where the ACC after they see the things them, they move away, then go back. That's a wonderful thing. Because if another loss of life for being dead, it would be unfortunate. I agree with you. The two people that need for sit down and for realizing without their own cooperation and coordinations, that country they split apart, and we don't want that at all. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mankota.
All right. Let me
come in.
I thought I wanted to say something about that.
First of all, I was ahead of you. Let me say something. Yeah, I've been on to raise my hand. Please.
Doctor.
Okay. Yes.
Doctor. 1 minute and then Mr. Kabo.
Okay. Mr. Mankota, I support you for making the interview go on. And if I no stay, a communique don't come out from the former president, a lawyer, they say, yes, they're ready for take the interview at any time. So there is not much hue about it. But I want to make one appeal here. Both the former government and the present government, they get for their own, they do their own homework. And we, the citizens, we also get for do our own homework. What could be truthful? More not lie by each other because of political gains. This is very important. It's only Sierra Leone we have. And until we realize that, then we are all fools and we are all losers. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kagbo, go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Right. So what I want to say, this is for you, the moderator, because you buttress the fact that Dr. Kamara mentioned that like McKinney is a target. I want to say you guys to withdraw that statement because you have no proof. Remember, there are different political supporters, right? You have APC supporters, you have SLPP supporters. And those supporters, they don't talk for most of them for the government. And there has to be all outcasts from this, from the piece of paper being written by the government or the president himself have ever stood up and said McKinney is a target. Give me one person in the government of President Mabio and Madabio himself where they have said McKinney is our target. These are all things you guys assume. That is why the problem is dragging. And you are wrong. There was no target.
Okay.
That McKinney is not a target.
Okay.
McKinney is just the same as any other district or province. There is no target. That's what you guys assume, that there is a target. There's no target for McKinney. All right.
I wonder
if you want to tell me. Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying.
I don't know whose school where you go, Mr. Kabu. Because I never said that McKinney was a target. I never said that. I don't know whose school where you go and who see I say we get for listing. Don't misquote me. I'm still here.
I'm saying,
listen well. They can review. They can review. Please, listen very well. And when they refer with some sense. I never said that. I took my time to digress properly. Maybe Makota said it. Maybe Makota said it, but I didn't say it upright. Please.
All right. When you broadcast, that's why we have the broadcast there. And when people review and listen to our broadcast, whether you say it directly or indirectly, by saying that they have grudge or they have this for these people and that is a target. There's no way you can say that. But
I don't see some reason there why people in the field exams.
This is the fact. This is the fact. The government of Sierra Leone is different from the SLPP party. And again, Mr. Mankota, you guys are mentioning the two presidents. There are no two presidents in the country, right? There's one president, and Madabio is the president. So you have to know that. There is one president, and that's Madabio is the president. There are no two presidents. I want to make that if it's a mistake.
We know that. We know that.
All right.
We know that.
We know that.
You don't need to tell us.
Okay.
Kagbo.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. Let me come in now, Mr. Kagbo. I think the point where you're missing, when they use the word of the McKinney people, if the reports what will be they see is correct, something happened at McKinney where we all know the background behind it. Loss of life took place. People then killed them. And we understand, say, all those people killed at McKinney, the bodies, they remove them from McKinney to Freetown. Well, name me any place where even from the time where you get sense, even the time where Shaka Stephen was in power, where demonstrations that may happen, the biggest one where Dr. Kamara Ingo attests to, because you and I were small, I think, because I believe, so I don't know you, but I know say Dr. Kamara go big for me and you. Well, for me, I know say is way older than me, because when 1977 demonstration we happened, Labour Congress and Frabe College, I've been there for already go class 3 or class 4. So I know that. But all I'm trying to say here, even at that time, this is the first in the history of Sierra Leone where something happened.
All right.
I missed that.
Yeah.
That's a very important point he's bringing. Yeah, go ahead.
Lives and laws.
Hold on.
And then a central government say, no, we have to remove. And then sisters on a white clothes one wear, on a rappel one wear. Hold on, let me finish. A government is telling me, no, in fact, you know, they give you Mama Abdul Fonti, let go better. In fact, you know, they wear white. In fact, you know, they better and then they. I think this is what people are saying. I mean, I don't know if you understand that. Why should a government interfere when somebody don't die? We will go into the investigation as to waiting make them die. Would I send the bullet or what? You and I know here. Then they tell you, but would I send the bullet? Whose bullet will kill them? So the bullet of the police and a salon, we been there at McKinney, we during that machine moving in fiasco, then go know would I in bullet kill them people there. But for government for say, no, the people of McKinney, as weary, they may wine wear black on that very day to bury them, people that we die. No, bodies are not even going to be released. I mean, it is wrong. So I think this is why people are using the word loosely, that the people of McKinney, they probably feel that...
Can I respond to that?
The power was
Correct.
Enough for me. But the point here, let's put that one aside. I think the point where you bring also is
all right, let me
differentiate.
Let me that, Mr.
You they try for differentiate. Hold on, Mr.
Okay.
Kambo, you try for differentiate who is the current president. We all know, even you ask the class 1 picking a Salo no say, no matter being a president, you only get one president at a time. But once a president, you are always going to be president. That honor will be given to you. That is what they mean. That's why they call these people honorable. Not that they are elected members of parliament, but they have held positions of trust, paid by taxpayers' money. That's why they give them that title, honorable this, honorable that, honorable that. So therefore, if the argument here is, if late President Pakaba and former President Anes KOROMA, they were able to make a rapport with Berewa, which Berewa don't die, but it's on record now that yes, he had a very good relationship with former president, and that he tell former President Tenki, where he sick, his son in India. Yeah, we know it is not Anes KOROMA's money. It was taxpayers' money that probably he used to take Berewa na India for go menam. But because of that cordiality relationship, go help for bring peace in the country. And I know, Mr. Kagbo, you are a student of history. If you go back and relive the memories of former Bob Marley of Jamaica, you see where he bring two arch enemies them on stage. He say it's not about you guys. It's about the betterment of the Jamaican people. It's for our own people. You know, I bring this because yesterday they in charge Bob Marley picking our MSNBC, and so the journalists bring that memory past that big concern to Bob Marley do. He bring all the political factions.
Mr. Abdul.
Say no, we make this.
Mr. Abdul.
So now that's no more. Go ahead, Nakabo.
Right. The one thing I picked from what you're saying, which I am very much interested and I want to respond to, is the idea of the people that were killed in McKinney and the release of their bodies. And you mentioned that the people wanted to put on black and the government instructed them no. As I said to you, you got to understand that Cargo is not APC, Cargo is not SLPP, Cargo is neutral. Okay, to cross-check that information, I'm not saying because I don't get a clue of that, where the government says, no, I haven't, that paper didn't land to me, or I didn't get that official information from any official. But I know what it is to control riot, because the black at the time from the various areas, media outlets that are not responsible to SLPP, not our APC, they were saying, they were using those to create riot. That I know. That I understand very well. But I didn't get it clearly from a government official to say that we're not going to release the bodies because you're going to die. You shouldn't do that. But I heard it from the media outlets, which are not governmental issues. But I don't hear it from official.
Kagbo.
Okay. Yes, please.
Kagbo, has the bodies been released to the citizens of McKinney?
Yes, they've been buried. Haven't they been buried? Yes. Haven't the people been buried? Long time?
Okay. So,
all right. I don't know if there are more bodies, but I saw other processions, funeral processions two times. I saw funeral processions 2 times. I don't know if there are more bodies. So you can prove me wrong. That I don't know.
Una hearing me?
Yeah.
Una hearing me, right?
Yes, Mr. Makota, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just read the comment then. So we'll discuss in the last 10 minutes we left. Let me start with the first comment. It says,
yes, the comments are plenty.
Yeah, it says, Mankota, you are deadly wrong. It was not APC members that put out the invitation. It was Umar Fofana that posted the first information. You are just someone who hates Anes KOROMA. Una King just use them podium for deceive the people because of the hate for Anes by KOROMA. The second one, it says KOROMA's credibility is not on the line. We will defend 100%. His credibility is 100% intact. We don't listen to the voice of few people and media sensationalists. The third one is Dr. Mankota, are you aware that this is coming from Cyber Njai? I don't know why you're not in Naya, but are you aware that the ACC boss acknowledged they have been investigating EBK before the white paper? Why the huge and cry after the white paper? Now, well, this is my reply. I don't hate EBK. I fought for EBK for 10 years. The problem with some of you is you are acting on emotions. That is why most often you don't see the implication behind the actions we take. Then we get counter again. TPN, there is no implication. You never fought for EBK for 10 years. And Kanta also say, why do you need riot police to interview someone? The people of McKinney are very bitter because of the way they have been targeted by the government of President Julius Maada Bio. A lot of them are not going to read all, but let me go to the other people, the way I know what they call it. For example, James Tope, he said, is that constitutional to interview any individual because of the white paper? Why do we have the appeal courts? And Sundufu Suare, he said, if the ACC asks to interview the former president and are met with Soko Banas and other directors, they eventually have to have riot police. And Dr. Kamara, who have read all the books in the world, is being very emotional and therefore making no sense in his attack on the other panelists. Thank you, Mr. Mankota, being objective on this issue. And we get Gaspar Christopher. He said, I think the ACC didn't handle the issue as professional. They say they are. EBK should have been invited along with his lawyer to the ACC for questioning and not the other way around. Let EBK walk peacefully into the ACC office if he thinks he has nothing to hide, and also talk to the youth of McKinney to allow peace in McKinney. And we get,
I like this.
We get Sia KOROMA. This is not the last one what they put. Then I will give you chance. He said, before you run after the opposition leader and his minister for corruption, started by cleaning your house first. Let us talk about the corruption of the SLPP government. How can we trust the SLPP government? What have they done for us? What about the allegation of the lost money with chief minister? So there are more comments, but we'll just pick from.
Can I answer that? Can I answer the question there?
But
now, Sia KOROMA.
Can I answer that?
No,
comment.
It left to the host. The host, let you take over. I don't know.
Okay.
Mr. Host, can I respond to this? Because some of these questions, all right, some of the comments, you have to refer them to people to answer them.
Yeah,
do that. Even Mr. Kagbo, you and Mr. Kamara, Dr. Kamara. I hope Dr. Kamara is still with us because I know they see right now at the monitor.
I did.
Okay. So,
make you video find Dr. Kamara.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes, please.
That's good.
So,
Let me
ask you a question. Mr. Kagbo.
Yeah.
Mr. Kagbo, let me ask you the last one where Dr. Mankota read to where the second to the last actually where the person say if before they investigate someone for corruption and whatever. Dr. Anda one lay answer because the SLPP is still in governance, so we cannot judge them now by corruption. We may have suspicion of them being corrupt, but until they leave office, we will have an open field trophy trove of evidence for see. But on the question of the other one where it talked say why you not going to invite the former president with in lawyer them? What do you think about that, Mr. Kagbo?
Well, I don't know if the I'm sorry, probably the writer or the person who asked the question would have done better if you go back to how the whole procedure started. But I have confidence that the president was invited. He and his lawyers negotiated the invitation to come to McKinney. Yes. So to say why they don't allow an KOROMA, I think they are trying to create a sense of unity, a sense of responsibility, and at least a sense of respect because he's the former president. The invitation actually was for him to go to Freetown and be interviewed by the ACC. That was what the invitation is. But because of respect and to avoid other things and to create some responsibilities by the government, they agree with the negotiation with the lawyers made that, oh, please come over to McKinney because there is an ACC office there. But the most deceiving point is that even when the ACC invited them to Freetown, and they negotiated with the lawyers, of course the APC, the ACC pay attention to them and say, okay, we'll come, no problem. We will meet in the ACC office in McKinney. And upon arrival in the ACC office in McKinney again, and the ACC office reminded them that we are here. Then the president wrote, and I quote these words, he said, I wish you could come over here to an interview and conduct this interview. He used the word, I wish you can come over. That is to say, over my dead body. I'm not going to come to the ACC office, even in McKinney. You have to come here.
Okay.
But they did that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kabu. Dr. Kamara, I will ask Mr. Mankota for let put that statement quickly. Somebody accused you of having read all the books in the world, but yet still you've been bombarded other panelists. I don't know if Dr. Mankota, you able to put on quickly?
Yeah. I don't put her up. He said, if the NCC asks to interview
Dr. Kamara, okay.
If the NCC asks he said if the NCC asked to interview the former president and are met with Soko Banners and other directors, they eventually have to have riot police. And Dr. Kamal is being emotional and therefore making no sense in his attack on the other panelists. Thank you, Mr. Mankota, for being objective on this issue.
Okay, so Dr. Ntido, I think the person is trying to accuse you of you are sidestepping the involvement of the Soko Banners and all the other people in Naya. You are just showing your emotion. What say you about this? What say you?
I have to be emotional because there are lives that are lost, not only in McKinney, but Sierra Leonean lives matter. We have to stop. I don't have to be calm over this. I'm a lifesaver. I know what it means. And losing life sometimes unnecessarily. That's why I said earlier on, let the two parties, the former government and the present government, have to sit and talk. And let also we, the spectators, do our own part. Stop fanning fire into issues. It is very emotional for you to lose a child, a brother, a father, and a mother.
Okay, we understand, Doctor. We emotional sometimes. But what is your take on stopping a government interview? You as a citizen, which power you have to stop an interview where both parties have agreed on to take place? And instead of stopping it the legal way, you people decide to exercise what is called civil disobedience. So
it's not right.
It demand condemnation.
Yeah, it's not right to stop an interview. But what I see there is stopping the riot police. I didn't see them stopping an interview.
Okay. So you saw them stopping the riot police, but the riot police. Go ahead. Who is coming in? Who wants to come in?
So I think we don't exhaust this program. We don't do now almost 1.5 hours. Okay. I don't know if the host will want for give it maybe one minute for let we do with final closing remarks and we'll be able to close this.
Okay, so Dr. Kamara, just quickly, then we go end like quoting Dr. Mankota say. You said you see the riot police. You not see them stopping an interview because we never get chance for see the ACC. But we actually saw the police in their police vehicles. They were not even on the road. I mean, outside.
First of all,
then they inside the vehicle.
First of all, we have the state security within the premises of Dr. KOROMA's former president's premises. And an interview could be even camouflaged in another location.
Okay.
So if there is amicability to stop all unnecessary promptings that might have occurred, I'm happy that there was no bloodshedding like the other day. But we have to stop the intimidation and all the other wrongdoings going to the citizenry of that country.
Okay. Mr. Kagbo, you have 1 minute. Thank you, Dr. Kamara. Mr. Kagbo, you have 1 minute.
Yeah. I think the main topic here the main topic here we are trying to come into discussion was in regards to the ACC interview. What I would like to see is attempt of the ACC and how they will handle that. But I am quite impressed, I would say, to the government of Sierra Leone and the ACC themselves, the security forces and the rest of the parastatals in the country for having that restraint from creating a mayhem in McKinney. But I'm sure the people in McKinney will see outside we were actually ready for the mayhem, because we had it from their audios, hundreds of them. We see the blockage, and we see everything we can see, and the bragging of what they're going to do. But I didn't hear from any government spokesman with what they are going to do other than going for an interview. And and in that sense, I think I do commend the government of Sierra Leone for taking us to that kind of civilized war. Type of civilized way. And as I said, I always say it, Barabio is a hero, he's a risk taker, but he's taking a risk for the benefit of our
thank you, Mr. Kagbo.
That is what.
Thank you, Mr. Kagbo.
Thank you.
I will give me a comment and I will pass on to Mr. Mankota since I'm ending at the control room. All me they say is we hope and pray that this is where I agree with my big brother 110%, Dr. Kamara, that the two leaders them and the two leadership of the two parties as a whole will try for put them personal ego and self-centered interests aside and work for the interests of the Sierra Leonean people so that continuous bloodshed not going to happen at that country day for the betterment of the country, because at the end of the day, again, Mankota talk now the poor people then they suffer, not to the big one there, the one that we get for benefit, we then picking and go then a Ivy League institution them, live in a big mansion then oversee any part of the diaspora. Now we the poor people them. So let God make them able to do that. And for the next interview, I go ask my brother, the former president, make he telling people them for stand down. Let them ask them questions. Then right I had to say for say invite them with and lawyers them, making lawyers then come, then get the right for object to question the way them feel say a day away from not implicating an KOROMA. We later go use that for charge and tomorrow for let peace day in the country. On the other hand, the government for understand say who side then they so today. Now them people are waiting they run after so now them be needed. So they themselves don't go they are just there for a time being. The thing will change and make them think of themselves. Say, well, what if tomorrow they not did it? Which then go expected of the other party to be treated for the treatment for them. So as a Sierra Leonean, that plea day I make because I still get family member in Sierra Leone, all 7.5 Sierra Leonean and they're my brothers and sisters there. You don't have to be born alone, South Florida, McKinney or your neighbor. As long as you are Sierra Leonean, we are all brothers and sisters. So I go end Naya and I go and send on to Mr. Mankota for takeover.
All right, thank you very much, and may God bless we all. And still, the attack they come directly to Mr. Dr. Kamara. I don't know why people they so mad. The man decide for talk in mind, and the man decide for do what he thinks is the right thing for that country. Now let me come to the problems. You know, a lot of people them sometimes it's so emotional, like I said. They know they see things them beyond their nose or beyond their face. You know, I don't hate Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. I don't hate her at all. At all. I like Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, but I like the Sierra Leonean people, especially the poor people there. And we all know saying this is not politics, right? But at the end of the day, we don't use to understand say most of the time the big people them, then they use the innocent people them for their own benefits. At the end of the day, when the people then die, then they use them also for promote themselves. Let's look at what happened. McKinney, then 6-7 people that would then die. None of them they're not the way get for bring them people then again. Some of them they're the way then they cause all them problems. They're picking they're not in a free zone, they're not in a salon in fact. You know. So what are they trying to talk about? President KOROMA don't do so much good in that country today. No matter what somebody say, how he hates the president, he don't do so much good. And he get that legacy there. The SLPP are trying to use Ernest KOROMA for make them try for show the international community say yes. Because they're not talking, they're saying now one of the people that we don't not agree for make peace camp. So some of them small event here, and go use them send and say, well, you see, this now in the go. If we not able to sit down and say, okay, Dr. KOROMA, go to the interview. I believe that the doctor will go to the interview. I think that the emotions no more way don't flare so much like what Dr. Kamara said. Now in the way they call it. For the two president them, former president and the new president them, una owe obligation for make peace day. And KOROMA, you don't serve that country for 10 years. Peace reign. So do you use that also for make you help this government for make peace continue for reign? Madam, you not somebody who don't cause a lot of problem at that country there. We all have a president. You are no longer a junta. You are a president. So you have to behave like somebody who let your own country when a president. If we all they use with political differences for make we tear the country apart, and innocent people then get suffer. So now that the number I get. So I just want to thank you very much. Mr. Host, you can thank the people then now. Let's go. Let's disconnect.
Well, thank you all to Mr. Kagbo, Dr. Kamara, and to we listeners them and all the comments that we come. They can say people that they still send comments for Dr. Kamara. So
Dr. Kamara, like the point of action today. Everybody they go after you.
Yeah. I think people are sorry for Dr. Kamara today.
I'm a lifesaver. My profession is not like life. Is to save lives. I don't support any bloodshed or any hypocrisy in that country.
Yes.
Let the whole country come together. And Memi wife lawyeri, my best girlfriend.
Okay.
Namende.
Okay. No, well, Dr. Kamara will not get for the way they big. Pass will call. We send Kagbo. You like go big because now they
all right.
See.
All right, good night,
so thanks to everybody, thanks to listeners them, Thanks to everybody, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.